EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Soko, Soko, so hot.
Lawrence will throw.
And his first pass is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Second and 10.
Hey, let's go. Soko, hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
11, Agate. 13, Luke.
Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
13, Luke.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this out to Tootin.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Hunter,
41 yards.
And the Jags take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On play action. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A handoff for Warren. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Here's Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for Pat Fryermuth. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Rodgers.
Well, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, I'm gun. Silver.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And some space here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, all right, here we go.
A give to ETN running right.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Decent 24. Hey, Soko, hot. Loop. Hey, I'm gun. 11, Agate.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Sink right. Go. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, tomato. 11. Hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range. Catch is made by Metcalf.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
319.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
319.
And again, it's Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot